Happy Monday morning, everybody. It's a little wet, little soggy out here this morning. Let's go take a walk in the garden. We're gonna start off over this way. We had one Mr. Pepper plant already fall off. Put him in a pot roast the other day. And we've got some tomatoes starting to turn red. I did lose a potato plant last week. The one that was sickly, all its leaves turned yellow. We dumped it out, and it was full of ants and holding some water, so we removed the plastic under these guys so that maybe they'll drain a little bit better. The corn is getting really tall, and some of our runner beans are getting really pretty. So I should be having some of those before too terribly long. And then we've got some squash blooms down up in there. But this, look at that. It'll be eating size by the end of the week. Got a bunch of weeds growing too. So all these had finally gotten up to, I don't know, 4 inches or so. So down here on the back part of the row, went ahead and planted my last little rotation of corn. And we'll see how it goes. We've got sunflowers that are almost as tall as I am now and still going. And some of my zinnia blooms. And then these are, as of right now, the last 2 tomatoes I'm putting into the summer garden. And these are the mortgage lifter tomatoes, which I had to plant just because of their names. Being in the real estate industry, it's kind of a inside funny joke. And we had to tie up a few of ours this week because they are just getting so tall. And when the winds come, they kind of knock them over a little bit. But we have pepper blooms all over the place, tomato blooms all over the place. Even some of my marigolds are finally coming around. And then when you peek in close, you see these. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. And some of these plants are getting really tall. Flowers have all had a nice drink of water. Oh, these have gone ahead and made out just since Friday. I didn't notice those over the weekend. If all of these little flowers turn into tomatoes, I'm going to be overrun, which is not a bad thing. And then this pretty and sweet pepper variety, they're just coming on quick. And that one. Now, according to the paper that I wrote when I planted everything, this is actually supposed to be a beefsteak tomato. And then these over here are supposed to be the Romas. But I don't know. I kept thinking this was the Roma just from the size and the shape. So we'll have to see. And then we got these guys. I mean, there are gonna be tomatoes everywhere. And then this is our boy that we had to work and do and save, and you'd never know now that he was broken. Some squash coming along. My okra coming along. Got weeds everywhere. And then my loofah plant here, starting to climb up the trellis. Candy roaster. This is a Tigger melon. I just transplanted it over the weekend. And then my lemon cucumber, we got some flowers going on it. So right here in the ground, like where my foot is, it's a big old tree stump, which is why we couldn't put a bracing post on this side and had to put the two trellises together. So I'm thinking that's part of what's wrong with my little cucamelon here that's never really gotten any bigger. So when I went to plant my spaghetti squash, I put it on the inside, so maybe it'll do a little bit better and grow. It's a Kajari melon. I gotta train it to get a little closer to the trellis. And then the Chinese noodle beans I planted to replace the one that got burned because it was covered in pests. Another kind of squash, which I can't tell you right now because I don't remember. Whole bunches of carrots. And I did lose a squash plant right in here. Something was gnawing at the base of the stem on it, and I just went ahead and pulled it to get those pests and possible diseases out of my garden. But these two beside it are flourishing. And we've got lima beans starting to run all over the place. Gotta teach these guys how to get a little closer to the trellis and out of my walkway. And I've been picking these things daily, and every day more just show up. At least they're easy to find. And this right here is a lime basil, and if you've never gotten to smell lime basil, I'm sorry, because it smells like lime and it tastes amazing. My broccoli is finally succumbing to the pests, to the water, to the heat, and I think next weekend we'll be pulling it out. I have gotten quite a few good handfuls of broccoli to eat. Zinnia is the star of the show this week, though. Beets are doing good. Lettuce is doing good. Almost time to have some salad with it and that tomato I got going over there. And then, look guys, we got cauliflower. I'm hoping I'll be able to get a good head or at least a decent bite before cabbage worms got that one. I picked a bunch off, but I'm not entirely sure if I got all of them. So before this rain last night, Saturday, I had dusted everything in diatomaceous earth, so hopefully that's going to help with some of the worms and caterpillars and stuff. More zinnias. Zinnias really are the star of the show. Alright, so I pulled the last of the original set of radishes out this weekend, and then I had to pull the spinach and arugula because they had both bolted. So I've got to clear out that bed, and we're trying to decide what we're going to put there next. I'm torn between some more beans or some more squash or zucchini. So if any of y'all have a preference for what you'd like to see me grow more of, give me a shout, let me know. Got some more baby English peas coming. I'm not sure how they'll do in the heat that we've been having, but we'll see. Another zinnia. I planted those just kind of haphazardly throughout the whole garden, just to give a little bit of beauty and a whole lot of smiles. And then, see, this is the Spilanthes toothache plant, so you can chew on those flowers once they're fully formed, and they work as a numbing agent, as a natural medicinal help. If you've got a toothache, you can chew on it and it works like lidocaine. And this is the original Chinese noodle bean on this side, and this guy has started working his way up and over the trellis. This is the other side's lemon cucumber. Something going on with the leaves. I'll have to figure out what this little dude needs. It's something though. And the Jack B. Little and the loofah on this side. Well, y'all, thanks for joining me. I'm glad the rain held off long enough for this week's garden tour. And y'all keep gardening on. I'll see you next week. Bye now.